sound like they love me. They say I'm part-time, I just think they love me. It's cold on the streets, so they tell me I keep the...
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in today. If you're new, my name is Heavenly Marie, and this is the fifth dimension, aka the Age of Aquarius. Today we'll be doing a quick pop-up video. This is just a quick thing. I don't know what to call it, but basically something I saw in the news has to do with cannabis. I'm here to talk about it. Let's go. So recently, as far as I think last week, Jay-Z and his SPAC company, which is a special public acquisition company, they just released his new brand as called MONOGRAM, and it's a cannabis company. And a SPAC company is a company that is, I guess you can say, I don't know how to explain it, but basically a SPAC company is a company that is founded by a bunch of investors, and the investors come together without any real building. They just come together and they form a special acquisition company, and they use their company to go buy other companies in a certain industry. So for this main example, Jay-Z got together with other investors, angel investors, seed investors, whatever. They got together, they made Jay-Z their creative, their head creative executive, whatever. And basically they used their investment funding company to go buy other smaller companies that were already operating in the cannabis industry. Probably wasn't bringing in a lot of sales, probably wasn't really that stand out in the market. And so what they did, and so basically they redesigned all of these smaller cannabis companies into one giant one, and which is MONOGRAM. So the cool thing about this, I guess you could say, is that from the outside looking in, I think it was cool because instead of trying to break into the market with your own brand and you don't know how it's going to do well, I think it's a smart business move to go buy companies that are already in the market, already have a stake, already have shelf space, already have connections, already have partnerships, and kind of build off of that. And then also the SPAC company did a really good job of making Jay-Z their creative executive, because, that name has weight behind it. So if you used to be a mom and pop dispensary and all of a sudden you're part of MONOGRAM, and you have Jay-Z's products, which just launched last, and they launched with a $50 pre-roll. But yeah, I think it was a smart business move. The only thing kind of downside I see to it is a growing concern of other smaller companies in the cannabis market is that they don't want it to become corporate. No one wants corporate cannabis, you know what I mean? Because that essentially is going to drive down the prices of products. So with him and his investors having this SPAC company, buying up smaller companies, and essentially being one brand, and is pretty cool. But at the same time, eventually, again, how is this going to affect the market in the future? I have no idea, but I know that I've heard people, and I know that it's a growing concern of corporate cannabis. Also, he launched a minority-owned venture fund for other cannabis startups, which is kind of like seed money, investor money for other cannabis companies or startups that are minority owned. So you start off with 10 mil, and then each business gets 1 mil, and then an extra 10 mil to get started. So if any of you out there have a cannabis idea, cannabis startup, and want that money and you are minority owned, definitely look out for that, which I think is very cool too, because even I said that there needs to be some type of pipeline or some type of venture fund started to get other minorities into the cannabis market, because it is definitely becoming a white male dominated industry. Let me know what you guys think about this this kind of format. Sorry about the toothbrush, it's just something, you know. Sorry about but it was my first one. I just wanted to get it out there because it happened a week ago and I didn't want to do a formal video because the setup just takes forever, and the editing and things like that. So let me know if you guys, sorry for tripping over words and stuff. I was trying to remember all of this information off the top of my head, from what I understood from it. And I'll definitely leave some links to the articles down below. Also link to his special acquisition company, which is called the parent company, and then MONOGRAM, which is the brand, as well. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Thank you for joining us today, and